Tell me about your place here.
Uh, Here in Ukraine or here in Kyiv? Because
Here
actually,
in Squat.
here in Squat, I'm a really big guest in Squat, and also I'm a guest of Metro because
Okay.
he was a really big fan of being in Squat, and we are almost 1 year as an official couple. So from time to time, he's taking me here. So
Okay. Okay. So you're not the proprietor here?
no,
No.
actually
Okay.
no. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time in Kyiv to be here as often as I would like to.
Okay. Tell me what you do.
Actually, before full-scale invasion, I was a game developer. I was writing on C++ games in Ubisoft. But in the beginning of full-scale invasion, my big friend said that, come on, let's try to do some tactical medicine training in Ukraine. And since that time, I've been teaching a lot of regular combatants, combat medics, and so on and so on. And right now I'm a full named instructor, and also I'm the one of small amount of person in Ukraine who can teach, for example, hemotransfusion on pre-hospital stage. And it's pretty rare right now in Ukraine.
How has your life changed over 3 years in this unusual situation?
Actually, my life was changed totally because I was thinking about some interesting job in accessibility features, because I think that it was really important for people with some disabilities to have an ability to play games. But since that time, I spent a lot of time doing tactical medicine training. I've spent a lot of time on the front line doing medical evacuation, and also I actually became a medic. Because before that time I was just interested in tactical medicine and pre-hospital aid, and in 1 year, if I'll be a good student, I will be an Ukrainian feldsher. It's slightly less than a doctor, but still it's something like a doctor in for example, in small villages.
And is it different having a relationship during wartime and resistance over the last year than normal times? Or are there different ways of adapting or emotionally managing a relationship?
Actually, I think that being in love during war is much more not valuable, but it's so sharper than usual, because you really understand that each time you see your friends, you see your beloved person, it can be your last time, because nobody knows when the shahed drone, when the rocket stroke you, and so each time is much more brighter, sharper, and really much more valuable.
Why has Ukraine resisted for 3 years? What is the motivation of Ukrainians to fight back in the way that they have?
It's a really hard question, because I think that at first we don't have an option, because it's our country, and unfortunately we really don't have an option. Because, for example, as Crimea Tatars, when Russia occupied Crimea, they don't have their own motherland. And Ukraine is only our motherland. And no matter that a lot of European countries, a lot of people in Ukraine decided to stay at USA, in Canada, we have really big amount of Ukrainians in that country, but still Ukraine is our motherland. And I think that it's a big honor to fight for our motherland.
Why not capitulate and give up and give Russia what it wants after 3 very difficult and painful years?
No,
Which, as you know, is what some people are telling you to do.
because actually it's not a war about land, it's not a war about culture or something like that, it's just a genocide. And from the first time we've seen the news from Bucha and Irpin in the beginning of April 2022, when we realized how big amount of people had been killed, how big amount of women had been raped by Russians, I realized only one thing, that I would prefer to die with the weapon in my arms and be killed by Russians by their weapon, but not being raped to the death. So for me, it's not an option to just say, okay, you win, no. To the death, I will be fighting.
The United States has become an unreliable partner for you. Is there something you would want to say to Americans so that they could understand why you need support or why you continue this struggle?
I'm not sure that I can really find the right words, but still, I think that it's about truth and about freedom. Russians came to Ukraine to kill us, to destroy us, and to destroy democracy. And right now, they are trying to prove that each autocracy, each regime can be much more stronger than democracy. And for us, I think that it's a question about is the democratic world is stronger than autocratic or not. So it's about freedom, it's about the truth, and it's about democracy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.